So you're thinking about creating a Facebook page, but you have no idea where to begin, how to get it all set up correctly, and what to post and how often to post. In fact, you have a ton of questions about creating a Facebook page. You already know that creating a Facebook page is very important for your business and that Facebook is a game changer, but you are a little bit overwhelmed and you have some questions. Well, in this video, I'm going to be showing you a step-by-step process to setting up your Facebook page the correct way so that you are able to get a lot of success with it and also how to optimize it. Now, this is a tutorial for beginners, i.e. you don't have a Facebook page already, but before you click off, if you're not a beginner, make sure you check out the link at the top and the link in the description for 20 ways to optimize your Facebook page. You're going to want to check that out. And also before you leave, if I can ask you for another favor, and that is of course to subscribe to this channel and to share it out so that those who really need this step-by-step tutorial can see it and get a lot of value. So if you have stuck around, congrats. It means that you are a beginner and I want to say a massive thank you. This is a step-by-step tutorial, as I said earlier, and I'm going to be walking you through every single step that you need to set up your Facebook page correctly. Now, Facebook is a game changer for your business. There are millions and millions of people on Facebook, and it totally changed my business when I learned how to use it correctly. So I thought, what better way to give back than to show people exactly what I did, how I set it up, how to optimize it, and those other important information. So I'm going to hop on my laptop, my trusted assistant, and I'm going to do a screen share to show you exactly how to set up your Facebook page. Welcome back. So let's jump on the laptop and set it up. So my recommendation is that you set this up on your laptop. You can do it on your phone, but it's a bit more tricky and there are lots of things to do, lots of mini steps, and I'm going to be sharing each step and doing a proper walkthrough. So let's begin. So let's head into step one. Step one is setting up your page. So how do you create a page in the first place? Well, if you sign into your Facebook account, and I'm using my husband's right now, if you sign into your Facebook account, you go onto this arrow down here and you click on manage pages over here. Right there, it will show you all the pages that you are connected to, and then you click right here on create a page. Create a page. Brilliant. So now that you've clicked on create a page, you're going to see two different options, right? You have business or brand, community or public figure. So if your business is, if what you're creating a page for is some sort of community-based business, i.e. a social enterprise, a charity, etc., then you might want to get started with the community tab. But let's go with business or brand, okay? So you click on get started. Brilliant. So this is where you begin setting up your page. So all it's asking right now is for your page name. So let's imagine that you run a daycare. So it doesn't matter what you run, what type of business you run, okay? This is just for example. It doesn't just work for daycares. This works for all types of businesses. These are the steps that I took to set mine up. But let's say you own a daycare and you want to set up your business, or you own a barber's, it doesn't matter, okay? So daycare. Let's call this Happy Kids Daycare. Then it comes to selecting a category. When it comes to selecting a category, it doesn't actually, I was hoping that it would give you a drop down, but it doesn't. You have to sort of type some keywords in and then it will begin to do that. So let's try daycare. Brilliant. So daycare, wonderful. So the category is there. And then you have the opportunity to enter your address. I'm not sure what address that is. Hold on a minute. Okay. Full address. Okay, brilliant. Phone number is optional. So if you have a business that has a location, or if you have a phone number, you're welcome to add your phone number. I'm not going to do that right now. So here, don't show my address. Only show that this business is in the city, state, or region. So this is very good information right here. for if you have a business that has a location. If you have a business that has a location, i.e. you're a day nursery owner, you're a restaurant, you are a dentist, you know, you have a building, then it is important to show your address because you want people to turn up. But if you are an online business like mine is, you know, you're a coach or you are a consultant or you do social media as a service or something of that nature, then you might not want to show your address. So I'm going to click on, I'm going to leave the address because I'm doing daycare, right? I'm not doing coaching. I'm going to leave the address to show. So let's click on continue. Okay, so now it's asking you to add a profile picture. Now, when it comes to having a business, I recommend that you really think about the profile picture that you will add, right? When it comes to choosing a profile picture, think, what do I want people to think when they see this image? What sort of words do I want them to think about my business when they see my picture? So if you have a picture of you on a night out with your friends, you probably don't want to use that picture. If you're a business, you're welcome to use an image of your business. You can use a picture of the actual building, you can use your logo or pictures of what that building represents. As we're doing a daycare, I would probably use pictures of children playing or pictures of a swing. And these types of pictures you can get from places like Pixabay, which is free, or Unsplash. So if we go to Pixabay, right, and I type in daycare, right, so I could choose. So these are premium pictures at the top, so you might not want to choose those unless you want to pay for them, but I could choose one of these pictures of the crayon, right? I could choose this, and if I want to use any of these pictures, this is quite nice. Actually, I quite like the crayon. No, this is good. If I just click on it, and I can do a free download. So let me see what that looks like. So free download, you can choose whichever size, and you can then click on download and it will download it, and then you can then upload the picture here. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to click on skip for now. Okay, skip. Then the next thing it's going to ask you to do is to add a cover photo. Now the cover photo is this massive area here. That's the cover photo. So let me show you my actual Facebook page so that you can see what that cover photo actually looks like. So if we go to facebook.com/Pam Obasa. Right, so this is that cover photo. Can you see how massive it is? It is like a billboard for your business. So it's really important that you think about what's going to go here. So this is why in step 2, I'm going to take you to my favorite designing tool, and I'm going to show you how I create cover photos. So let's go back, and for now, I'm actually going to skip, okay? Okay, so brilliant. So now Facebook is saying get online bookings through Facebook. Facebook wants to help you. Do you want to add Facebook's free appointment booking tool for your business? Well, the answer depends on your type of business. So this is a daycare, so I'm going to say yes. The only reason I'm saying yes is because daycares need appointments. If you're a coach, you need appointments. So if you do calls for people, so think about your own business model. And if you don't need an appointment, you click on not now. If you do need an appointment, then you click on add online booking. Okay, so now we have a page, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a cover photo. So I'm actually going to I'm going to upload photo. I'm just going to choose my own headshot right here, just for the purpose of this demonstration. This obviously wouldn't work for a daycare, but I don't want to go through the process of downloading everything. So for now, so once you upload your photo, you can resize your photo to make sure that it looks really good, and then you click on save, and right there your profile picture is there. It's very easy to change. If you don't like the picture, you simply click on here and you can choose. You can take a picture, you can upload another picture, you can remove the picture, you can choose from your photos, etc. You're not locked into this. So later on, when we design a cover photo, we can add it here. So now that we are here, we officially have a page, but you don't have a page yet. The first thing you want to do is you now want to make sure that you are set up correctly. So let's begin by going into edit page info. Okay, brilliant. So when it comes to setting up your Facebook page, you have quite a few things to do, and I'm going to walk you through every single one of them right now. So the first thing you want to do is page info. This is it. So Facebook has opened it up. So Facebook says, complete your about section so people can find your page more easily. Facebook is all about SEO. Okay, it really does want to help you. It does. Okay, so here you want to add a description about what you do. So it says here, a brief summary of your page. Limit is 255 characters. Okay, so you want to make sure it's 255 characters. So if we go to my page over here, if we go to the about section, so this is my proper page. If we go into the about section, you can see how I have done that. So down here, really, really easily, can you see it's literally only 2 paragraphs? So I'm going to just copy that and pop it here just so that we can see what it looks like. Okay, once you put something in, I know the words don't match to, the business, but this is for demonstration and I want to make it really quick and easy for you. So you pop it in. So I really recommend that you write all of these things on some sort of Word document and then just copy and paste. You save, put it in here. When it comes to category, can you see that Facebook has already added the category of daycare for you, which is brilliant, right? So you leave that there. Now Facebook is asking for a phone number. If your page doesn't have a phone number, if your business doesn't have a phone number, you simply tick here, my page doesn't have a phone number, and again, you click on Save Changes. Now, website. Facebook wants to know, do you have a website? If your page has a website, if your business has a website, then yes, pop it onto your page. I'm going to use my website for now. So it depends on your type of business. If you are a bricks and mortar business, then I highly recommend that you use, just your website address. If you have an online business, I highly recommend, however, that you use a website address to a specific page of your website, preferably a page where you can generate leads. So for example, instead of having Obasa.com, if I was a service-based business, I might have something like something that leads to a page such as Obasa.com/stories, because that would lead to some sort of free gift, which would mean that people would opt in, give me their email in exchange for that free gift. Therefore, not only am I growing my audience on Facebook, but I'm actually using Facebook to grow my business. Do you see how that works? Okay, so I'm going to save changes. Now, if you use email for your business, you would pop it in there, but I'm going to click my page doesn't have an email. Save changes. So can you see how it's really broken down step by step for you? Now, address. So because I had put in, some fake address, it's found something. Customers visit my business at my street address. Unchecking this box will hide the address from your page. So again, if you are an online business, then you want to uncheck this box. But if you are a bricks and mortar business and you want people to turn up at your business, then you want to tick this box. You see? Very easy. Okay? Now, service area. So which area are you serving? It says if you travel to provide goods or service to your customers, select up to 10 neighborhoods or cities or regions to define your service area. So what that basically means is if you are a daycare, which this fake page is, right? So it's just a mock page. If you are a daycare, then you want to add in the various places where your parents, your families can come from. Similarly, if you're a hairdresser, if you're a dentist, if you are a restaurant, a chiropractor, it doesn't matter. Where do your customers come in from? That's where you want to pop in where they're from into here. So for now, let's say London, okay? Because I'm in London. Save changes, okay? Now, opening hours, okay? So open and selected hours. If you're always open for business, you can tick that. I mean, I don't know many businesses that are always open for business, but anyway, no hours available, permanently closed. So Facebook is giving you the option to change things as you go along. So I'm open for select hours, and this is the time when this is where you click, we're open Monday, weekdays only, and Facebook has given you the typical 9 to 5, and then, you can then add more time here, etc. Save changes. Okay, so here where it says, in this section it says, this is an optional field. In certain countries such as Austria, Germany and Switzerland, businesses may be required by law to include a statement of ownership of their web presence. This is crazy. So depending on where you're from, if you are from any of these countries mentioned, Austria, Germany, and Switzerland, then you might need to include that there, right? But most countries aren't affected. I'm going to click on cancel. Right there. Price range. This is very, very important, right? So Facebook has put in different dollar signs to signify, to indicate how much you might be charging. So if you are a premium business, you're going to want to click this last one here. If you are one of the cheaper businesses, you know, if you're like the Pound Store, for example, or the Dollar Tree, for example, you might want to click on this one here because there's very little money. So you want to make sure that you pitch your pricing correctly, because if you really understand your market, then you know why this is important. If you're a premium business and you click on the first one, you're going to repel people who are looking for a premium type of service. Likewise, if you are if you aren't a premium business and you choose this one, you're going to repel people who are your ideal clients. So it's really important that you think, am I premium or am I not? And tick the right one. Once you've done that, you're going to click on the Save Changes. So over here, Facebook is asking you to enter any products that you offer, okay? So if you are a daycare nursery, a day nursery, for example, you want to enter what types of services do you offer. If you are a business coach, you want to enter what type of services do you offer, and etc., right? So any business can do that. Privacy policy. So if you have a privacy policy for your business, perhaps you have one on your website, you can grab the link and just paste it in here, and that's it. Okay? Once you're done, that's it. The thing about this specific place is that we save as we go along. So there is no save button at the bottom. What you have filled in is already saved. So that's done. So can you see it says 5? That means we've filled in 5 different aspects of this section. Now let's move on to messaging. By the way, if you're enjoying this training, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and of course share this video so that other people who need this level of support can get it. So we're on messaging. So Facebook has something called Facebook Messenger, which you are most likely aware of, which is connected to your personal page. So it says here, set up features and edit preferences for managing messages across Messenger and Instagram. Okay, so Instagram is owned by Facebook. So this is where you can connect your messages between Instagram and Facebook. Therefore, you can actually check your messages in one place. So it says you can manage notification settings in the notifications tab, which is up here, which we can look at later. So it says here, general settings. From here you can jump to settings. Let's just scroll through. So use the return key to send messages on, right? We want to leave that on. So that means that the moment you type something, you hit return, the message is going to be sent. That's all that means. So you want to leave that on. Okay, you want to leave everything else on. Here it says show a greeting. Greet people before they send your page a message. Your greeting appears in the chat window before a message is sent, or in the about section of your business's messenger profile. So you want to put this on, okay? So like I said, I'm using my husband's profile, so this is his name anyway. It says, hi Stan, thanks for getting in touch with us on Messenger. Please send us any questions you may have. So it will place the person's name in there for you, which is great, right? So you might want to edit this if you want to. I think that message is fine. So here it's filled in the name already. So you might want to say, hi, thanks for getting in touch with us on Messenger. Please send us any questions you may have. Hi, how are you? I like to, greet with a proper greeting. Hi, how are you? It's great to have you. Great to see you here. Write anything that you want to add there. Make it really short. Click save, and that's it. Then it says here, during a messenger conversation, set up automated responses. So this means that you can customize responses that are automatically sent to people in the automated responses tab in your inbox. So if you want to set that up, you can just click on setup. And right here, you can customize things like your away message. So when away messages are on, Happy Kids Daycare, which is the name of the page, is away and sends away messages. You can manually make Happy Kids Daycare away in inbox or schedule times to be away each week. So here, you can manually do this. So you click on edit, and you can tell Facebook when to send this. So you can say, thanks for your message. We're away. We can't respond right now. We appreciate you reaching out. I would just leave that there. You don't need to do anything. The other thing you can add is If your message is urgent, spelling isn't great there, urgent, please email us here, right? Then you can add an email address right there. Okay, fix your spelling, make sure you fix your spelling, right? Then you can add your email address right there for them to contact you. And once you've done that, you can actually preview in Messenger. You can click this and it will take you to Messenger to preview. I don't want to do that right now because I know what it looks like. You can see it right here, right to the right. So you're going to click save. Okay, so now let's go back to page, back to where we were. Back to edit page info. Templates and tabs. Let's look at templates and tabs, right? Templates and tabs are really, really important. It's really what determines what your page looks like. So there are many tabs that Facebook has already given to your page. So that's why it says on here. Okay, so you have all these tabs already. Now, depending on the way your business is set up, you might, if you are a photographer, you might want to, move your photos to the top. Okay, if you are hold on a minute, photos to the top. If you are a videographer or if you are a service-based business and you sell with videos, you might want to move your videos tab to the top so that the first thing people see is your videos tab. And you can actually open each tab by clicking on the settings. Facebook gives you a URL so that you can actually share that specific tab with your audience. So via emails, for example, or on a different platform, you can say, oh, check out our video tabs on Facebook where we have this training or whatever, right? That's how you share it, for example. So this is where you can edit those things. So that's what the tab is about. So event ticketing is the next one that you might see. So Facebook is connected, can be connected to Eventbrite. This is really, really important. So as you guys know, with Eventbrite, you can sell your tickets, you can promote your events, etc. So if you click this button, which I'm not going to click now, this can help you to connect to an Eventbrite account if you do run events. But I'm going to assume that you don't. But if you do, it's really easy. Click on that and it will connect you to your Eventbrite event page. So now let's go into notifications. So notifications is just about getting notifications sent to you when things happen. So, for example, you want to edit your notifications. So by default, Facebook has turned everything on. So you have to tell Facebook to turn things off. And depending on, your lifestyle, you might not want your phone pinging up and down when people click on things, right? So you might want to say new post comment. You want to leave that on, perhaps, so that you can monitor your posts. Subscribers to event, you might want to leave that on. But new page check-in, I don't need this, turn that off. New page mention, perhaps you want to know when your page has been mentioned. New likes on a page post, I'm going to turn that off. That's going to drive me mad. I don't want that. I could have 400 people liking a specific post. I don't want to be woken up by that notification. So this is where you do it. And if you read the rest, it tells you, again, just notifications, text messages on or off. Simple. You tell it how you want to do it. So next one is advanced messaging. So again, this is very similar, right? Manage settings for bots and other advanced messaging features. So there are lots of bots that are connected to Facebook, okay? So here, this is where you get to manage that. So it says requested features. These features require a review and approval by the Messenger team before use. So you don't need that. High volume messages, a lot of people don't really need this section, right? So if you really want to set this up, all you have to do is click here on configure. So you can see here it says primary receiver for handover protocol. A lot of businesses don't need this, and this is the beauty about setting up a Facebook page. Whatever you don't need, you leave it alone and move forward. So you don't need this section here. But this you need, which is called page roles. So what is a page role? Page role is really where you assign a role to another team member. I think this is really, really important to do, especially if you are busy, right? If you're busy, you want to assign your page to somebody else so that they can manage your page for you. So how do you do that? In order to assign a new role, all you do is type in the name of the person or their email address, and you then choose whether you want them to be an admin, which means they have access over everything, an editor, which means they have access over certain things, moderator, advertiser, analyst. So an advertiser is the person who can manage your Facebook page. An analyst is the type of person who can look at your Facebook page in terms of creating ads, and they can analyze what is going on, right? So you don't need any of that right now. But if you have a VA, for example, you might want to make them an editor so that they can post for you, create content, all of those things. The moment you type in their email address, this will turn blue and you can just add them, and they will get an email from Facebook letting them know that you have added them as an editor or as an admin if you want to, and therefore they will have access to your page roles. And once that happens, you will see that picture here, and you will see a button saying edit, just like you can see my husband's over here. Okay, so let's move forward. People and other pages. So it says here's where you can see people and other pages that like your page. From a list of people who like your page, click the cog to remove someone from page who liked the page or ban them. Okay, so we obviously, because this is a brand new page, we obviously have nothing here. But once you start to build on the likes, this is where you can see people who have liked your page. So it says here people who like page, or people who follow your page, pages that like your page, or banned people and pages, right? So this is like just sort of for your information, this is where it goes. You don't have to do anything here when it comes to setting up. Okay. Preferred page audience. So this is a page this is a tab that used to be on Facebook, but it says here to simplify their settings, they've actually removed this. So so if you do see this when it comes to setting up your page, ignore it because you don't have to do anything here, which is one less thing to worry about. Let's look at authorizations. So authorization, this is where if you are going to be running Facebook ads, Facebook is preparing you to run Facebook ads, okay? So later on down the line, I will be doing some videos about Facebook ads and setting it up and like a full tutorial on Facebook ads. So I would like to do that. If that is something you would be interested in seeing, drop a comment in the comments so that I know, and it's something that we can plan very, very soon for you all. But for now, if you're just setting up your page, you don't have to worry about this for now, but you will need it later on. So let's go on to branded content. Again, branded content, this is an area that you don't really need to think about. So it says branded content is a post that features or is influenced by a business partner for an exchange of value. So if somebody is paying you to post on your page, this is where you configure all of that. But for now, you don't need to do any of that. So this is for like collaborations. This is where you can set up a portfolio, create a project brief, create partnerships, look at how those specific posts are doing. So this is a really cool aspect of Facebook that you don't need right now as a beginner, but it is there. Instagram, this is where you connect your Instagram to your Facebook. To connect your Instagram, you simply click on connect account, and it will tell you to choose your Instagram account, and that's it. Both accounts are connected. Okay, everything else down here are things that you don't need to worry about as a beginner, because it's there are more advanced things that to be honest with you probably would never use. If you don't accept payments on Facebook, for example, you're not going to need that payments tab if you have a different payment portal. So in my business, and I've been on Facebook for years, in fact decades, we haven't used any of these. So as a beginner, focus on what you need, and it's the various things that I have showed you already, because you don't need that. Let's look at the other things that you might be thinking about. So let's look at your inbox. You know what that is, that's self-explanatory. That's where your inbox is. This is where your messages will come in. We have no messages because this is a brand new page. Appointments, if you have set up appointments using the appointments tab, this is where you will find your appointments. Okay, see, it's really beautiful. There's a calendar and all sorts, but we have no appointments because this is a brand new page. Same with notifications, but let's look at this insights, because this is very important. Now, you're not going to see any data on this. Why? Because it's a brand new page. But when it comes to insights, when you actually launch your page, you are going to see a lot of lines across this to show you how well your page is doing. So in the future, maybe 3 months down the line, you want to see how is my page doing? Then you want to come to insights. Remember to come back to insights, and it will give you an idea of exactly what is happening. And you have some tabs here to really help you. So this is it. You've set up your Facebook page. It is now time to create your content. But before you do that, if you remember earlier on, I said that I will come back and show you what to do about your cover page. That's what's in step 2. Step 2 is all about designing a good cover page for your Facebook page. So let's have a look at one of my favorite tools, which is Canva, for how to create a Facebook cover. So let's head to Canva. Now, to get to Canva, you simply go to canva.com. Right, where you can design anything, right? I'm already signed in. So you go straight to templates. Right, so I want so it's Facebook post, Instagram post. It gives you some options, right? We want this one, Facebook cover. So you click on this, and you just have a browse through and to see which cover you like. What cover do you like? Okay, that's all you need. So if you have downloaded some images already, then then you can upload it to Canva, etc., and use it on your cover. So at the moment, let's see. I just want a really simple design. Over here. So with Canva, you can make things bigger, you can make them smaller. So I want this smaller because that's more of a logo that I don't really need. The reason I want to show you this is because if you remember earlier, I showed you my actual Facebook page. Let's cancel this and just go back to what I want you to see. Let's go to home. So this is the banner. Now, I did have this professionally made because I no longer design my own stuff. But when I was first starting out, by all means, I was on Canva every single day designing everything. And Canva is fantastic. And as a team, my team do still use Canva. Okay? My team do still use Canva. So let's have a look. Now, back to Canva. So we want to create something. So it says how I scaled a $9 product to 65K in 35 days. So if you have some sort of freebie, a lead magnet that you want to share with your audience, this is where you pop it in. Okay, this is where you pop it in. So you pop in lead magnet here. So by lead magnet, what I really mean is free gift. Okay, free gift. You pop in the headline there. You can make it bigger or smaller depending on what you need. Okay, you can make it go onto several lines if you want it to. You can change any of these colors just by clicking on the color. So now I decide that my brand color is actually pink. So I need to click on everything. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this. And can you see that now it's all changed, right? So now I've chosen my brand colors. Perhaps I don't really like this blue. I actually want this blue instead to be purple. Okay. Purple, right? So now it's changed. Now I have that, okay? Now, you might want to change this. You might want to, instead of having an image, so I'm going to, let's go to delete. Instead, I'm going to go over here and I actually want to add in a square. I'm going to make this diagonal. Okay, right, I want this to look nice. And I'm going to change the color because my brand color isn't gray. Okay, it's pink, right? So now I'm getting this. So now I'm going to make this bigger, or I'm going to upload an image. Okay, so these are some of the images that I've used in my own personal brand, and for the sake of time, I don't want to download something. I might have something for kids here. Oh, there was no search. Never mind. Let's just click on this. Right, this is an image of myself. Okay. So imagine if I had this. This was the free gift. This is actually a really nice design that my team did. This was a free gift. So now I have an image of the free gift. Now I have the headline of my free gift right here. And then I might want to duplicate this. So I have a headline and I'm going to say a call to action, right? Right. Now I'm going to add a call to action and I'm going to tell them what I want them to do, right? I'm going to make this a brand color, whatever, right? So now I have a banner. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I'm going to move this so that it looks a bit better. Now I have a banner. Of course, you need an image, you need colors, you need all of those things. But can you see how incredibly easy that is? I mean, I think I've been doing this for all of 3 minutes or so, right? Go to File and Save, and it is saved. And then in order to grab this, you just download the PNG. I'm going to download it to my desktop. Canva test. Okay, that's downloaded. Now I'm going back here to add cover, upload. So what did I call it? I called it Canva test right there. Open. Voila. Can you see how it fits perfectly? And that is why I like to use Canva, because Canva has, it knows all the sizes. They know all the sizes that you need across all of your social media. And so when you click on a template, it is the exact size. So now we have a beautiful banner here. We have a headshot, which you can change, and our page is filled out. The only thing that's missing from this now is to create posts. Okay, let's move on to step 3. Step 3 is to add a call to action button. Now, depending on your type of business, you're going to want to add a call to action button. So this is a call to action. Call to action means that you're asking somebody to take an action. So this is where it is. You're going to click on this, right? And Facebook gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different categories, right? That you want people to do, of things you want them to do. So if we click on book now, you want them to book something, or do you want them to contact you? Do you want them to learn more about your business, etc.? Okay, so I like to go for the learn more. So if I click on learn more, Facebook is now asking me for the website link. So I'm going to give them my website, right, to learn more. And it's ticked it because I'm done, and I click on finish. And you can see that button has now changed to learn more. So if I click on test button, you can click on that and it will actually take you to the page, that the URL, the website address that I just entered, which was my website. So if we do that, so my website is now loading. Okay, brilliant. Here we are. So that's that done. So if we go back to Facebook, let's move to the next step. So the next step is you want to make sure that you've filled out all of your about page by adding a description and a link. So if we go down here to about, okay, so over here, if you remember earlier, we skipped entering the phone number. We skipped all of that. We said we are closed right now because we gave it a specific time. Can you see all of the information that we filled out already? Facebook has now put it in the right place for us. We added an about over here, which is great. Now, the other thing you want to do is over here, you want to add a story, which is what I mean by description. You want to tell people about your business. That's what Facebook says. It says tell people about your business. So if we have a look at my actual Facebook page, let's look at how I do it over there. So we go to about. So see what I do on stories. I've just used this to present and offer a product, right? So I've used bullet points to share about, this specific product called 365 Social. Grab 365 done for you social media posts, right? And by the way, I'll leave the descriptions in the comments below, in the descriptions below. I'll leave the link in the descriptions below so that you can take a look at that if you want to, because it will help you to start to create really highly engaging posts for your business. And look at everything that 365 Social does. It helps you stay top of mind with your customers and prospects, remain relevant and timely, build a loyal following, help you to generate sales on demand, roll out offers confidently, and so on. And I've got an image there to show you what you receive in terms of a workbook, etc. So this is what I have used that section for. So when it comes to our fictitious page, you'd have to click here for your business, for your page, and add in a title, write something about it, and then you can also add in an image. And once you're done, you click on publish, and that's it. You have it there. And last but not least, step 5 is to add a vanity URL, to create a vanity URL. You will have noticed that even though you know the page name is at the top, we have all these numbers right there, right? Can you see that? Right? This means that we don't have our own URL. So you can't just go in there and type in, you can't just go to Facebook and go Happy Kids Daycare and find our page, because we don't have a URL. So you have to create that. So right here underneath the name, it says create page username. This is very, very important. We've got to do that. So you want to do username is at okay, so it's easier for people to find your page and search when it has a unique username. Pages with usernames can also create custom URLs that let people quickly visit and message them. So you need to create a username first and then a URL. So it says this username isn't available. Please enter one that isn't used by Pam. Okay, brilliant. So now this is obviously available. So you click on create username. Brilliant. It says you're all set. Your username has been created, and it's now easier for people to find your page. Now you can actually type in facebook.me/Happy Kids Daycare by Pam. A very, very long name, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so now we have a page URL, which is very, very important. So I'm going to click OK. I'm happy. Done. Now, from what I know about Facebook, and I'm sure it hasn't changed, it means that you can only change your URL once. So you want to be careful when choosing that URL. So obviously, if this was a real page, I wouldn't call it Happy Kids Daycare by Pam, because nobody's going to be typing that out. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So really, really important that you think ahead about that before creating your URL. And that is the end of this training. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already subscribed, please make sure you do. Why? Because it helps me to grow, and I'm really working hard to grow on YouTube. So subscribe to this channel, share this video so that other people can get a ton of value. And of course, if you do want us to, if you do want me to create a training all about Facebook ads, just let me know. If enough people want it, then I would be more than happy to do that. And of course, throughout this video, I mentioned a few number of resources. I have pinned some to the top, as you saw whilst watching. Have a look in the descriptions, and you'll see some links to some really great resources to really help you to optimize your efforts on Facebook, as well as some tools that will really help you, such as 365 Social and Facebook Marketing Hacks Intensive. All of the links are below this video. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you all. Take care.